Okay, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Realize I haven't posted in quite a long time, and you'll also notice that I am not in my F-18. I am in a UH-1 Huey from the Vietnam era. I'll let you take a peek around here real quick. Console, my seat, back of the helicopter. My co-pilot, he doesn't say much. That's it. Lots of controls to see. Okay, but we'll get this thing started. So one of the things that I've done since last time I talked to you guys is I have gotten some rudder pedals, which is very, very crucial for flying a helicopter, I think. Okay, let's close the doors on this thing, and let's get it started. So first thing we're going to do, come over here to the AC over there, turn this one to ESS bus, turn on the main generator, turn on the battery, turn the starter on, turn on the fuel, turn off the alarm, check your panel, turn on the hydraulics, turn on the force trim. We're ready. Make sure that this is the throttle right here. Make sure that's good. I'm going to make sure it's all microtwistic. Okay, so this here, I believe it's called the cyclical or something like that, or cyclic. And this is what causes the helicopter to go up and down. Okay, this here's your throttle with this part right here that turns, and you're probably just going to leave that to maximum throttle well, you will leave it at maximum throttle. It's quite different than flying an airplane in that regard. It's not about how much power you give it. It's all about this here, your lift. The stick still is your pitch and roll. Okay, nothing has changed there. And this is still your yaw, and it just controls the back back propellers. Okay, so we're ready to start. The starter switch is I've got programmed, and hopefully this is how it'll work. It hasn't worked the last couple times. And we're looking at this gas producer gauge right here, and we need that to come up to 40% to make sure the engine's started, or 40 seconds. I don't even really bother with the clock. I just use this one. So let's see if we can get it up and running here. So we're at 10%. Should start to see the rotors start to move. There they go. Nice. 20%. And as soon as these things get really moving, the helicopter will get jostled around a little bit. There we go. We're shaking, and now I can let off the starter. Keep climbing it. The gas producer keeps going up, keeps going up, keeps going up. There you go. This is our blade rotation speed, the main rotor. And of course you see these green areas, so you know that's where we want to end up. Okay, so once we've got that on, we're going to turn on the main inverter. And we're going to turn the starter off. And that's about it. We're ready to rock and roll. Okay, so a few things to know with the helicopter. Obviously, we talked about that's going up and down. When the helicopter first starts to lift off, there's going to be a tendency for the body of the helicopter to go in the opposite direction of the blades. So you're going to have to give it a heavy left rudder pedal just to stop it from turning. Here's your altitude. Here's your vertical speed indicator telling you how fast you're going up or down. Very important for landing. Here's your horizontal speed in knots. Your rotor speed, which is very important. You get into the yellows and you can start to drop. Exhaust temperatures, engine oil, all that stuff for now is not really that important. Alright, so the first thing we have to do is pull it up to full throttle. So we're just going to turn this guy and get the rotors up to full power, and you'll see this start to climb. But you'll also see that we'll get the engine up to full power, we'll get the rotors going right where they're supposed to be, spinning at full power, and we're not going anywhere. So it is not about how much power you're giving your engine, it's all about, I believe, the angle of the actual main rotors. We're going to change that angle to actually get the rotors to cause lift. All right, so here we go. I'm going to give it some left rudder, and we're going to bring that stick up, and away we go. And we're up. Okay, and you can see I'm climbing now, about 500 feet. I'm guessing that's per minute, traveling at about 40 knots, horizontal speed. Okay, and I'm still climbing. So if I bring that down, I can get that down to about 0. I'll stop climbing. And there you go, we're flying the helicopter. Okay, still giving it a little on that left. Not too much, I've actually leveled it out now. So we'll bring it around. I'm going to give it some right rudder as I turn it. Heavy right rudder, you'll see she'll turn quite a bit harder. Bring it around. There we go. And now we're straight again. Doing now about 80 knots, so we're going to slow her down. Just bring that nose right up. Now you can see I started to really climb, so I had to really change. Okay. So now we're going to just ease her back. Let's bring her back down. There's our landing spot. I'm dropping at about 200 feet a minute. So I'm going to bring it a bit more, 500 feet a minute. And we're going to slow it down a little bit. Your tendency when you first do this is going to be wanting to pull back the power because you think you're landing, and it's not how it works. And we're down. Okay, not easy to land. Compared to an airplane, helicopters are extremely hard to land. I have a lot of respect for helicopter pilots. So there you go. That's your first taste of flying the helicopter. Not an easy thing to do, but a hell of a lot of fun, let me tell you. So, yeah. Let's get her up in the air again. It's like we're in Dubai. Take it for a low-level city cruise. Another thing I did is I did purchase the Persian Gulf map. And I've once heard, a helicopter is about as aerodynamic as a washing machine. So without those rotors, we are a brake. Watching my vertical. Make sure I'm not falling. fly into Dubai. Go down its famous main road, which I do not know the name of, but boy, you see pictures of it all the time. So there you go. Helicopter flying. It's fun. It's hard, but I like a good challenge. So, you know, I like sitting in my office chair and not dying. Both are really good. So when I crash this thing, I can walk away. And I do crash it. Let's see if we can land somewhere. Bring it to a hover. Hard to hover. It's hard to keep it still. There you go. Not bad. Look around. It's really a hard thing to get the hang of. Okay, so I'm just trying to bring her down easily. Now, it's so hard, guys. You guys have no idea. It is so hard to land one of these things safely, right? I can crash it, no problem. All right. See if we can find out where we came from. You guys see it over there? And start bringing it down. And slowing it down a little. Still climbing, I gotta bring it down. So many things to watch for. Flying it. You can see now I'm dropping down by about 1,000 feet per minute. It's pretty quick. Couldn't land like that. Crash for sure. Okay, I'm coming in pretty fast. So slow her down. Slowed it down a little too much. Alright, we'll get there. Whoa. Whoa. Alright, and down. Yay! Alright guys, that's the helicopter. Hope you enjoyed that.